Okay.
Welcome back to part two of Sacred Spaces, the other side of the story with author Queen Amenna Scott. She's talking to us about her book, Angel and the Perfect Life. And we're so excited about this second part.
Mhm.
She's going to share with us the foreword. She's going to read a little bit from her book. So, Queen Amenna, we're going to turn it over to you. You guys work with us. If you see the connection is unstable, we are here and we're just knowing that we're going to be able to get through this and you all are going to be able to hear what she says very well. Thank you, Queen.
So, hey, y'all. So, I'm doing my dedication and then I'm going to move forward to the forward part.
Okay.
So, okay. Further and foremost, I love to thank God because, to be honest, I'm going to tell you, if I wasn't being obedient, you wouldn't have got this book. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm just happy that God used me for for this to show women, men, teenagers, to pay attention. Basically, be more awakening about your life and not put everything in one basket.
And tell them what they're
Okay.
paying attention to, Queen. What are they paying attention to?
They paying attention to first you gotta pay attention to God. Okay. Pay attention to the signs,
The
okay?
signs. It's a
Because the
sign.
signs are important in your life. Like you could go somewhere and hey, you could be like somebody could say something to you. I'm dead serious, and you like, what? You know what? What you mean? What you mean by that? And sometimes you can get offended by it, just by a person like, did you think about leaving? Have you ever thought about that? And just a random person just came to you and said that. That's not. Don't take it like all defensive. Don't be in defensive mode. Think of it like, yeah, okay, this is a sign. And
Yes.
then you see another one come along your way. Oh, this sign might not be as that one as bold as that person was. Shoot, you never know. Hey, it could come in a different matter. It could come on a rock. It could come on a tree. It could come on whatever it is that God want to use to get your attention.
Yes.
And that's exactly what this book is about. So I'm gonna read my forward to y'all, and I might read a little bit on the chapter. Okay. Okay. So, to my heavenly Father who has relentlessly pursued me with bondless love and grace, and whose faithfulness has carried me through every season of my life, and that is truly y'all. I'm telling you from day one. I've been sick as a child, so I know He's been with me all the days of my life. Okay. This book is a testament to your transforming power and the foundation of truth that has reshaped my heart, mind, and spirit. And I want to stop there with the spirit part. Order, and I want to make this clear to everyone. Order to reshape your mind, your heart, your inner man, it gotta first start with the spirit, even with your physical body. The spirit man starts first. Everything else will come together. Always remember that. All right. And may every word written be a selection of your perfect love and your perfect plan for us. To my family, whose prayers, encouragement, and unwavering support have been the lifeline that kept me grounded. You are the living example of faith that made this journal possible. This journey, let me tell you something, made my journey possible. And, and I'm not even gonna lie. Mommy gets hands down for anything that comes through. Let's keep that. And my mom was a wisdom person. Knowledge it. She speaks it. She walks in these. That's why I call her the Great White.
Say that again, because for me, I don't know for the people who would be watching it, but it just froze a little bit. And I know you were talking
Okay.
about your mom. Say that again.
Um, what you say, Queen Colony? You
Oh,
broke
okay.
up.
It was freezing. Can you hear me now? Are you able
Hello?
Yes. Are you able to hear me? Because it was freezing a little bit on
Yes.
the side. You can hear me? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I know you were talking about your mom and why you call her
Yes.
Great White, but I couldn't hear in between what you were saying. So if you could just repeat that.
Oh, okay. I could do that. I
Yeah.
said I give my head off to my mom. That's my mommy. That's my mommy. And I said I have old parents. I have old parents. You know, they wasn't expecting me. You know, they was
Oh,
supposed to stop at
okay.
my
Yes.
brother. So
Yes.
you know, so it so that was it for them. But then I came along.
Mhm.
So like I said, I have old parents. So the wisdom came from my mommy all the time. Okay. So it wasn't a game with her. You know, she walks in it, talks in it, and she speaks in it. Okay. And people be coming to me all the time, Nina, why you speak so intelligently. That, I get it from my mom. I'm not gonna lie. I get part of that from my mom. I get a lot from my mommy all the time. And I'm a very and if nobody don't know, I'm a geek. So I want everybody to know that's one person that I do get my top of my head off to, because I thank God for giving me a mom like that. You know, I thank God for giving sending me to my mother, okay, to the one that's gonna have the strength to go to the hospitals with me, the one that's gonna be there to hold me when I'm sick, when I'm when I'm down or when I'm depressed. You get what I'm saying? Yes, I had some struggles. I had some struggles with myself. You know, learning who Amina is, low self esteem. I had all that, and then I'm talking to my generation as well. Okay, and to the younger generation as well, because I could relate to you. I could relate to you. Mhm. So I want y'all to understand that even though you're going through something, still push through it. It might be bad at this time. It might be terrible. It might be you might probably be like, yeah, I want to do something about it, you know? But it's not your time to do something about it. It's your time to sit back and let it ride out. And sometimes we can be too amped up to do something, and we'll just be patient and wait on God to do it. And sometimes we in a need of things, but really we're not in a need of nothing, because Jesus says we don't we shouldn't want for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Because we have basically everything. All we got to do is call on Him. And patience is the virtue. We have to have patience within ourselves to not make these bad decisions. So that's what I want y'all to know about that. Okay. So, and to all who are searching my, may you find in these pages the deep, unshakable peace that comes only from the abundant life found in Christ. This is my prayer for you from the depth of my from the depth of my heart. Look, y'all, I'm dead serious. It's all gratitude with me. Okay, it's all gratitude because I love each and every one of you, but I want y'all to get on a level whereas you will understand who you are, your emotions, where your mind is at. And I know our mind play games on us all the time, but you have the power. Trust and believe you have the power. You have the power because God gave us the power. You have the power
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Queen?
take away those, take away
Can you hear me?
these things back.
Can you hear me? I can't see you. Are you able to hear me?
Okay, so let's go to my phone.
Queen Amenna,
Okay.
are you able to hear me? Let's see.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, I can hear you. I can't see you. There, I can see you. Now,
Okay.
before it kind
Okay.
of froze, I heard you say, I want you to know you got the power. But then it froze. I could tell you were talking. And it was like the power was something with your mind, but I didn't hear exactly what that was. What were you saying? We have the power?
You have the power to take away thoughts, negative thoughts in your mind. Just like you had the power, you had the, because God gave it to us. God gave us the power to be dominion over everything. He gave us the power. He gave us everything that we need, all the tools that we need.
Yes.
So if you have the power, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the giants that you think that are giants. Actually, they will fall. They will fall because guess what? Like I was saying, when I was in school, I got bullied all the time, even by teachers. And, and, and guess what? I was afraid. And see, this is what I mean by this book. It will take some things out of you. It will help you. It will open your eyes up to see exactly, wow, who am I? You know, who am I? I want you to be awakened in the spirit. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Okay. I'm saying this because, all the things that I've been through, I'm telling you, I could have, look, I was dead. I was dead, literally dead. I died on the table, and I literally saw my mommy and him holding my hand. Okay. Okay. Crying. Okay. And I'm thinking, see, this how I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Thinking, I'm letting you understand, oh my goodness, how the devil works. See, the devil tricked me. Okay. See, when I went through my depression with my brother, losing my brother, okay, and I was sick and I was being sick and I was tired of being sick and then I didn't have my protection no more.
And your brother was your protection?
Yes,
Mhm.
that was my protection. That was the person that ran out, fought the bullies for me, protect me. I'm still a little shell. Not knowing how to fight. And I'm telling y'all this because you gotta know how to fight for yourself. You gotta know this is the main thing. And I'm not talking about a physical fight. And we're in a spiritual fight. You understand that? It's not a people think that the guns is no, it's a spirit behind that person that's holding that gun. We're in a spiritual battle here. And until you see the spirit world, you will never know what's behind you or what's controlling you. So that's what I want y'all to understand. I didn't have that. I didn't have that when I was little. I didn't have nobody to mentor me and I didn't have that. I didn't have that. I felt isolated. I felt a lot. And when I died, after even when God brought me back to life. Okay, He wasn't ready for me. I was mad at God. Serious. Like, why you ain't take me? I'm the sick one. You know. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is when God changed me, because when I had went to church with my sister, this is what I mean by a whole transformation. And I thought God gave up on me. I mean, I used to pray. We used to pray at night. I mean, I talked to God, and I'm just asking God why. And but when my sister invited me to her church, and which is my pastor now, my pastor, his name is Pastor Fur. We had a little church at first. We had the little church, and he prayed over me. This is my first time to church, and I was looking like, what? Why they clapping? Why they crying? Why they, doing all these things? And you don't understand, because you're coming into this. You see what I'm saying? And then at that very moment when he called for prayer, I was so afraid to go up there. But my other sister, Sabrina, she dragged me up there, pulled my arm and pulled me up there. And I'm not gonna lie. Went in that prayer line, and my pastor touched my head, and I say this not to scare anybody or anything, but I felt God right then and there. And I wanted to know, what was that? Something was roaring in me, pulling on me. And I wanted to know, what was that? And all you feel was love and peace and all these things, and you wondering, why couldn't I get that before I went through that? But the thing is, you got to go through something to get to something. And I tell y'all right now, I've been through hell and back. Okay. I know what death feel like. I know what it feels like to be left out in your family, an outcast. I know how it feels like to be different, different than your whole family, and your family don't understand you. Why you act like that? Why you always doing that? Uh-huh. Goody two shoes, all this stuff. I know how it feels to be left out. Okay, I know what left out feels like. And when God spared me, when God touched me, I was like, wow. I couldn't even explain what I was feeling. And I went to my sister, I said, what's that? What's that? What's that? I wanted to know what that feeling was. And she told me that was God's presence, God's spirit. And I said, after that, I will never look back again. I will never try to take my life. I would never try to down myself, tell myself I'm not worthy to move on, and even though I fail at things, I'm still worthy, you know, and I want y'all to know that too. I want y'all to know, even though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, God will meet you at that valley. God will meet you in that darkness and bring you to the light. All that is a strategy to, I'm telling you, the devil is a liar. I'm gonna tell you, oh God, Jesus.
Tell me
He's
something.
always a liar.
Did you die because you were sick?
No, I died because I wanted to die. I died. Now I tell you this. I tell you this. I was in school that day. I went to school. I was in college. took up I took up visual communication, animation, because I like animation. And I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Went there, got to know my teachers, loved all my classmates, but it was something I wasn't into. I was dead at the time. I was already dead physically. Okay, I was already dead. I was already spiritually. I was dead. That probably already been death. So I went to they. My teacher told me to do a paper called "The Meaning of Life." Okay? And I asked her, "Why you pick me out of all people, to do the meaning of life? I don't have no life, so I don't know why you asked me to do the meaning of life." And I looked at her and I told her I don't want to do it because I don't have no meaning of life. My brother passed. I don't want no. I don't have no meaning. I don't have no meaning. I don't have no protection. I don't have this. I don't have that. I just kept on saying what I don't have. And she said, Mina, this is for you. You do this. I want you to write me a paper and I want you to write the meaning of life. Okay. What it means to you. And I tell you, y'all, when I say I wrote this paper, I meant this paper was so like all I could say is pain was in this paper. It was nothing but pain in this paper. I said few few words. I said the devil is here on earth. It's taking everybody's soul. People don't see it. People don't see him. And oh my goodness, it was so deep and so much pain in this paper. And so I had everybody crying. My teacher was crying. Everybody was crying. So after that, my class, everybody wanted to hug me, and I didn't even. It didn't fade me, like it fade them. It didn't fade me at all. I ain't had no tear coming out. I was empty. When I say I was empty, I mean I was empty. I mean I was dead. I wasn't alive like I am now. You see, I'm alive in my spirit, in my mind, in my heart. But I didn't have that. I didn't have that. I didn't have that. I had only thing I was seeking was death. And after that, after I got my
Can you hear me?
how I was gonna be,
Are you able to
right?
hear me?
I really did sat there. And yes, I can hear you.
Okay, because for
Can
me
you hear
on
me?
my side, yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now, but on my side, it said you said all I was seeking was death, and it froze, and then I went out. So I'm not sure if it still stayed on.
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't hear like after you said all I
Okay.
was seeking was death. Yeah.
Yes. But okay. After that, we went to Chili's. We went to Chili's and everything seemed a little, normal for them, but it wasn't normal for me.
That was your class that went to
Because see, at that day, it yep, me, my class, we all went to Chili's after my oral communication speak my speaking
Mhm.
during the meaning of life. Went out to celebrate and we came I'm talking about when I say everybody had hurricanes and they was getting drunk or whatever. Not me. I was sitting there just eating the tortillas and the buffalo wings. And next thing I know, I heard this voice. I heard this voice, and it wasn't God. It was Satan. It was Satan. Put that thought mind in my mind, saying it was time to die.
Wow.
So I said, okay, time it is. So because I was looking at everybody, having fun, and that's the day I decided to take my life. Went home. I missed about $4 or $5 a days. $4 or $5 a days. And you don't supposed to miss dialysis. You
Oh, you
gotta,
missed
because if you miss
dialysis
dialysis,
appointment.
you're
Oh,
not using the
yeah.
bathroom.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I was missing dialysis. I missed about $4 or $5 a day. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. But I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. I was still ready. And you could still putting that thought in my head, putting the thoughts in my head. That's what the devil is doing, putting the thoughts in my head. Oh, I'm ready to, yes, I'm ready to die. Ready to die, ready to die. Mm. And I'm gonna tell you, so this what happened. As the night came about, as the night came about, my heart started beeping harder. It started beeping like it was coming out my chest. Like it was beeping like I never felt it beep like that. I'm talking about to the point where it was boom, like how you hit a brick. It was really like trying to come. And I was like, I was like, okay, because then I told my mommy, I said, Mommy, something wrong, something wrong. I got scared in the moment, but still ready. And I'm gonna tell you, this the beautifulest part. And my cousin and my aunt came, and they normally don't even come around this time. This is what I'm telling you, how God will bring angels. So awesome. Jesus is so awesome. And it was 11 o'clock around that night. They don't come at that time of night. Not. So God brought them to me. And next thing I know, we went all the way up to Georgetown. Went up to Georgetown. I went up to Georgetown. But by the time I got up there, I couldn't walk. Couldn't walk a lick. So they had to wheel me in, right? They had to wheel me in. And the lady checked my heart. She couldn't believe that my heart was the way it was. And she said, oh, let me check this again. But by the time she checked it, I went into cardiac arrest. And I was like, wow, oh my goodness. See, I could smile at it and laugh at it now because I'm not in it. But when I was in it, I was scared, terrified. Because in reality, you really don't want to die, you know? But when the devil start putting thoughts in your mind that you're nobody, nothing, that's where those negative thoughts come from. It don't come from you until you speak it. Let me say that again. The devil will put it in there. He will plant the little seed, but until you speak it and bring it out, that's on you. You remember that. Don't get a devil too much power. Yeah, he plants things, but he will push a little bit, but definitely until you make an agreement with him.
Yes, the agreement. Yes, yeah.
Mhm. That, that's when that's when things, you start to see these things. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? But um that's exactly what happened to me. And see about Angel, it took her some time to figure things out. Okay, it took some time for Angel to figure things out. And it don't have to be you to things out. When God sends things your way, respond to it with a yes. Respond with it, yes. Okay, so let's go to the forward part. Now I told y'all a little bit about me and my story and what I am in this. I am Angel in some type of way, shape, or form. We all are the angel in this being. Can you hear me, Queen Colleen?
I can hear you now. I can hear you
Can
now.
you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so I was telling you, so we all are angels. Okay, we all make mistakes, we all miss signs, we all make bad decisions. But that don't mean that you are worthless. That don't mean that you God don't love you. That don't mean none of that. Okay? And please just know that when God do bring a sign to you, like I said, say yes to it. Don't be defensive about it. Be offended about it because guess what? It could be helping your life. Because see, God knows the ways. He knows the ways. He hears things. He sees things. He knows things. He already know what's going to happen. But in, but when he initiate and put an angel there for you to respond. And he does this every day, all the time. We just don't take heed to it. So I want y'all to take heed to things like that. So I'm about to read my forward one. And it says, in a world constantly pushing us to define success by outward appearance, wealth, status, achievements, it can it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters. We are often led to believe that the perfect life can be attained through hard work, ambition, and accumulations of material things. But what happens when we still feel empty? And remember when I was saying that about that empty time, how when I was in school, I was going for school, trying to put something there. Even though I love animation, look, I love that stuff. Look, love tech, love all that stuff, but it wasn't feeding me. It wasn't giving me what I need. I still felt empty. You see what I'm saying? So see, material things and all success, yes, them good things to have. But you gotta have a relationship. You gotta have that relationship with God first. All right, y'all. Now back to what I was saying. Okay, I stopped at material things. But what happens when we feel empty, broken, or lost, desperate, despite all these things? I meant to say, despite all these things. Okay, so let's see. Remember what I was saying about all these things? You lost, broken. I never been broken hearted. Okay, never been broken hearted in a relationship. I guess that's because I'm gonna tell you why. And a lot of people probably be like, Mina, you never been brokenhearted? No, because I never been in a real relationship to whereas to get broken. Okay. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm more of that type of person. Yes, I'm a loving person, but I'm guarded too. I don't get attached quickly. So if I sense something already that's happening, I'm already seeing, foreseeing what's going to go down the line. So I could be in a relationship, I could be in a broken relationship, anything, an abusive relationship, and still not be broken. Uh, and that's just me, But that it don't happen to everybody. Some people get beat, hit, and everything. They heart get broken, everything get broken. They use excuses. But see, in my relationship, when I was in my relationship, my 7 year relationship with my ex, and he cut my hair with a knife. Okay, he cut my hair with a knife, and you talking about humiliation? He humiliated me all the time, but not once did I care, not once, and that's because I didn't have God in my life. I'm saying this to you to wake y'all up because I didn't have that care mode. I didn't have that. I didn't have nothing. You get what I'm saying? After my brother passed, that was it for me. Part of me died, and most of me died with that. You see, so it was like, hey, let me jump into this relationship. Let me jump into let me jump into my schooling. Let me do something. But see, all of that didn't work. It didn't work. Being in a 7 year miserable relationship, you shouldn't want to be in a 7 year miserable relationship because you feel like nothing. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself ever. Don't do it ever, okay? Because you feel like something, that don't mean that you are, okay? It's just that you need to face what you are feeling. And most of the time we don't do that. We just go ahead and go to the next, like it's going to fill us up or something. But see, what we need to do is go to God and go towards God, okay? And not towards how we feel, because that feeling could hinder us into something way more disastrous than what we are in. So we can't base a life on a feeling, okay? We have to base our life on facts, okay? All right, child. So I hope that is a good thing for that top part. Okay, the perfect life is Amina. Yes, y'all know me. It's by Amina. Okay. I was gonna put my middle name in there, y'all. I was gonna put it in there, but I just left it out.
You want to tell
Okay,
us your middle name?
Nicole.
That's pretty.
Okay, it's the perfect life by Amina Scott challenges our conventional, because this is cracked. My phone is a little cracked, so I can't really see
Oh,
all
okay.
the words.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so understanding of living a life of true fulfillment through a powerful journey of angel. The book takes us beyond the surface of external success and dives deep into an internal struggle. And what I mean by that, that's what I'm and see, that's why I put myself in it. You see how I told y'all my story, how I was in a internal struggle. That's exactly what most of us are in today. And wonder why our life is actually going around in the same circles.
Circles. Yep.
hmm But see, we can't. Let me think about this: is we have to break that cycle. We have to break it. And it's a way to break it. And I'm going to tell you after I finish reading this. Okay. Okay. I always got to give y'all a little hint. Okay. So here we go. All right. That so many of us face the quest for love, purpose, and wholeness. Angel's story is not just hers. It reflects the lives of many, and perhaps even yours, ours. Okay. Now, I put both, notice I put yours in it, just so y'all understand. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, I'm going to penny back on a lot of things, and I hope y'all understand as I break things down. Okay, so like so many of us, she placed her worth and the things and the people around her, believing that her identity and peace were tied to her external circumstances. Yet, as her world unravels, she discovers a more profound truth. True fulfillment is not found in anything the world can offer, but in Christ's love, grace, and purpose alone. Okay, the reader will find more than just a narrative of personal transformation in these pages. You will encounter the raw emotional struggles of a woman who, like many of us, is searching for the meaning in a world full of distractions. Yet, as Angel's journey unfolds, we are reminded that no matter how broken or lost we may feel, there is always hope rooted in God's eternal and unshakable way. Okay, penny back on the back part. You with me, Queen Carlenia?
Yes, I'm with you. I can hear you. It says it's a little unstable, but I'm still hearing you.
Let me see. Queen Carlenia, can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can hear me?
Yes. Yes.
You
I
can
can.
hear me?
Yes. Yeah. You're frozen. I can hear you. Can you see me?
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay. Yes, I can. So I heard you when you read that part. Yes.
You back?
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes. We're
Okay.
pushing through. So can you hear me?
So, what I was saying is I want to open. Hello,
Yes.
Queen
Okay.
Carlenia, can you hear me?
Yes. Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So, it says unshakable love. I want y'all to definitely understand that when you have love in your life, certain things, people, a person. I'm not talking about that type of love because you can easily get that. You can easily get that love. But when you have God's love, it it brings something else out of you. Like it brings a different dynamic out of you. Like it actually challenges you to see who you are. It actually challenges you to see who you are. Because see, one thing I learned walking this walk, and it's not an easy walk. A lot of people think that walking this narrow path is easy. It's not. It's not easy being that way, this way, staying on this narrow path. It's not easy, okay? But the thing that I want you to understand is that love that God has for you. That love, He sent His Son down to die on the cross. Who would do that for you? That's something you should be excited about. Like, what? He died for me? Yes, I'm going to do what I got to do for him because he died for me. I'm here because of him. That's the type of mindset that you should have. But in this world got so many distractions and this and that. And then you got TV telling you how you should look, how you should dress, how you should talk, how you should walk. I mean, it's all competitive. This is a competitive world, and you don't have to be in this competitive world. You don't have to be a competitive person to achieve what God has for you, because the only person that you need in your life is God. Jesus is the only person. All you got to do is call on the name. He the one that's going to lead you, guide you, direct you. And and guess what? Yes, there's going to be haters because people hated on him. But come on, it's going to be it's it's the love. That love, if you missing that, you I'm gonna say if you're walking without God's love, I'm gonna tell you something. You're not knowing who you are. You don't know who you are for real. Because see, God's love challenged you. It challenged you to be better. It challenged you to know who you are. It challenged you to face your fears. It challenged you. It challenged you to do right. Okay? It challenged you. And that's what it does. Okay? So I want y'all to get that in your mindset. Okay. What I admire most about this book is how it gently yet powerfully calls the reader to a deeper relationship with God. You see, I say that all the
Yes,
time.
that
Okay.
is.
You know, that's what you want. You want that deeper relationship. Okay. It reminds us that the perfect life is not about achieving perfection on our own, but about surrendering to the perfect love and grace that only God can give. Angels